at times we could sit here and really worry about certain things, and these things that we worry about is not really much of a problem until you realize that everything has a solution. With these solutions, you have to really focus and really find a way. But when we sit and worry, we'll go and try to get information from all kinds of people. We'll sit and really try to, ask advice. We may need someone to just vent to. We'll sit there and talk to somebody, and they'll sit there and they'll listen, and just like that, they'll have advice from you. For the moment, you may not want to hear from it about it. And you choose another, you'll sit there and listen, and that person who's giving you that advice, you sit and they just keep on coming and telling you and telling you and telling you until you realize that these type of people have more problems than you do. What you're going through is just it's a season. It's just something real small. But we're human. Sometimes we can't help it. We just need someone to listen to. But we got those that'll sit there and on a consistent, they'll just tell you certain things. You keep hearing and hearing, they keep telling you, like, you should do this, you should do that. So you realize a lot of these people that you seek and ask advice to, they have more problems than us. And this is one of the reasons why I have to say, stop getting advice from people that have more problems than you. Before I get into the video, let me introduce myself. This is Gene, your best friend, your new best friend. And I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. Let's talk about it. And before I talk about it, I have to say thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys for supporting me, for my new subscribers. And listen, I'm in a new location right now. It's been almost 2 weeks. I'm in Brooklyn right now. They ain't want to talk about it too much though, but you see the area is kind of different. I'm just now setting up, and yeah, it's cool. Love the place, love the area. But let's talk about it. Give me a second. Let's be real. A lot of the people that we seek to and we talk to are just people who are there for us and we speak to because they're vulnerable and you're vulnerable. You're there, you're talking. You got to understand, and I learned my lesson that none of the problems that I have and I've been, that I found a solution to, it never helped me talking to people who have problems themselves. And a lot of the times that, and I learned this on my own, a lot of the things that I went through in my life and still going through, it's all about finding a solution. It's all about doing the research and finding a way to just, it's a solution. That's what it is. We live in a world now where people who are not supposed to be in no position to give any say, it's like they're experts now. And a lot of times we sit there because I've been a victim to this too. I've been this way too. That because there are people that we can relate to, that we'll sit there and really sit there and just listen to these people. In all actuality, they're not doing anything but the problem's not going anywhere. There's really no solution. I used to have a friend I used to talk to. We used to just sit there and chop it up. I'll have a problem, and what happened is that I would just vent. Come to find out, this person has the same issue too, if not worse than me. And here we go. We're both going back and forth, giving each other advice to something that we can't find a solution to. So one of the things that I learned and that helped me with any problem that I have was really, and I say it again, having a solution. Nothing is going to get solved in your life until you can figure it out. At times, we get around people, I know I have, for them to only turn around and trying to find a way for me to help them. A person, and I learned this too, people that are going to help for you, people that can actually, that's going to support you, anything that you have got going on, anything that you're trying to do, they've already been through it already, and they did it on their own. They're not going to sit there hours, days, and talk about the same thing again and off of something that they're going through. We all have a life. We all have something to work on. Either if it's emotional, even if it's mental, everything is a solution. I can admit, even me, even some videos I made like years ago, a year or two, you can see me, I was venting here and there, even a few months ago, summertime, I would vent, but it didn't really help me. But me right now, I can be your voice. I can talk about certain things that I've went through, and with me talking about it, it can help you too. But when you have a problem and you talk about somebody that's very relatable to you, actually that's going on in the same thing, yeah, these people can hear you out. But you ever sat there and thought about it, like, yo, what can really help me? How can we help each other? What information that you're giving me that can help me? If you're going through what I'm going through, or even worse. There's people out here that are traumatized. They are hurt. They need help. But these are the same people that you go to. I have gone to, and they're telling you certain things, and if it sounds really good, to only find out it's only going to hurt you even more because they're hurt. And this is one of the reasons why I say you can't get advice from someone that's in the worse position than you are. I was a person where I would have family that, I would have problems and everything. But when I realized that no matter what I'm doing, and no matter how much I'm trying to explain to these people, an example, right, and I have in the past, that what I'm going through, they just didn't care. But I found a solution. Yo, keep it to myself, and just work on being the best version of yourself. That person that you see yourself in the future, that that's driving that whip, working that job, hell, even relocating, going to another city, in your mind, you got to be that person. But for you to be that person, you got to be that new person that you want to be. That person that you see that's elevating, that's going, for example, me, move to another state, breaking generational curses, being different. You got to be that person now. But if you're hurt, you're still holding on to the past, you still feel like that victim, being the victim, like, hey, I was a victim too, it don't matter, toxicity, it runs deep, especially in our community, you know what I mean? In our community. There's other communities too, they're going through it, but especially our community, you got to heal from that. And for you to heal from that, you got to be able, how can I say it? You got to be able to not be that person who you are now, and get prepared for you to be that person in the future. And that person in the future is healed. That person in the future, that future you, it's prosperous. That person is financially stable. Don't worry about how you're going to get it and how you're going to be it. You're already that person. So you got to not let things get to you in a way. Not let things get to you in a way, and especially it's gonna hurt, but hey, it's called growth. But you can't be that person if you're getting advice from that person that's in a worse position than you are. Because all they're gonna remind you of is that person that you still are right now, hurt, traumatized. You know? So, like I was saying, stop getting advice from people that's in a worse position than you are. Because they're not growing and you're not growing. Alright? So if this video resonated with you guys, I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe to your best friend, your new best friend. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.